On the 8th of October, 48 students and 4 teachers from ZIS woke up at 7 to meet for the second Duke of Edinburgh overnight hike in Faficon. Students were divided in groups of 6 to 9, hiking a minimum of 15 kilometers for around 7 hours. They were given checkpoints from Faficon village towards its forests and hills to a local farm in Siebnen. Students met before the rise of dawn at Taalwil station to take a train to Faficon. After a supervisor's approval, the groups were ready to depart into the forest. Day 1 was a sunny day of approximately 20 degrees. While hiking up hills, students talked, sang, and laughed with each other. Some groups bought eggs at a local farm and went for a swim in ice-cold waterfalls and rivers. Yet as this was for some students only their first time hiking overnight, many mistakes were made and improved upon. The majority of hiking groups, including Silver and Gold, got lost at some point along their route. All groups did not make it to their finishing checkpoint at the farm at their estimated time of arrival. Despite these occasional errors, no major accidents or forms of danger occurred.
It wasn't bad, no. It's not raining and it's not freezing cold.
I think it was quite successful even though we got lost, but we managed to work as a team and find our route. We slept quite a couple of times because some trails were really wet, especially near the river. And but that was about it. Like, nobody got hurt, even though some people felt like a bit dizzy throughout the hike, but we had no major accidents.
Best part was getting lost in the cow field.
Oh yeah,
We got lost. Our path didn't exist, so we ended up in a cow field.
Yep.
And also, when was the second time?
what do you mean?
Oh yeah, we were searching for a river, didn't find a bridge, so we just kind of hiked through the river.
We got lost, and we went all the way up this huge hill, which we didn't actually have to go up.
The overnight hike challenged students to extend their boundaries of comfort and learn new skills. Students were taught how to read a compass and map and cook for larger groups. Each group got a stove and gas, and from there on had to figure out themselves how to prepare a nutritious meal. Dinner varied from spaghetti meals to braadwurst with omelets. Students stayed warm by making hot tea and eating s'mores at their small campfire. Students had time to eat their meals and share their hiking experiences with other groups. Each group had made a list of food planning before the hike to organize who was bringing what for dinner. This way, they brought enough for all.
You're going to have about 15 minutes of you're going to be quiet. You're going to go with your piece of paper in and around here, and you're going to reflect on today yourself, what you felt, either about yourself, about your group, what you did, what you achieved, and then you've got that for your reflection to type into ManageBank, okay?
Bronze participants were taught how to fill in a grid reference sheet. This will give supervisors enough information to know where a group is located if danger strikes. When students were done with their adjustments on the route for the next day, they dug into their sleeping bags. But the next morning, students were still exhausted.
It's really cold outside, but we're actually all really sweaty and warm.
It's really hot.
It's really gross.
So we just walked up the field.
No, guys, I thought it was gonna be like so good. You know, sleeping. I was like, it's comfortable. It's not that cold.
There was mosquitoes and
It was so hot the whole entire night.
The students woke up with a lack of sleep. Due to the farmers' bed bugs and mosquitoes, most students were kept awake all night. After having pancake, waffle, and fried egg breakfasts, students started walking again from as early as 7:30 onwards. The weather circumstances were very unfortunate compared to the day before. It was a cloudy and rainy day, resulting in wearing many layers and muddy shoes.
Breakfast was good. We were up crazy early, so everything was dark, and we had pancakes and omelets with Parmesan cheese and Nutella, so it was good.
Well, when we arrived at the farm, we were really excited because we had like a bed, but then
we all got ready and we wore loads of layers, but then it turned out to be really hot and there were loads of mosquitoes, so I pretty much didn't sleep at all. So it was an interesting experience.
Fortunately, students prepared themselves well enough beforehand and brought instant noodle containers and soup to warm themselves up quickly on such a cold and rainy day. They were wet and exhausted at the end, but had kept motivating each other.
We made it! Woo! Great, it wouldn't really matter.
After 2 long hikes, students made it to their finishing checkpoint at Niederbrunn station. Each group reflected upon their journeys with their supervisors, and after everyone said goodbye, students got picked up by their parents or departed by trains.